But as soon as possible, try to get as big customers as I can on a global basis, because if you have like one really big important customer, then you can easily get the second and the third, because that's how it works. It's like this
a big reference customer that gets you started.
Exactly. And you can take the opportunity here because we have really strong brands in Sweden. You should also have quick fast like sales cycles. You should see some really good results only like in a few seconds, like really good demos. And I think one startup that is doing this really well is Legora. They are working with enterprise customers, helping them with their legal work and NDAs and stuff like that. And they are growing really fast. And they had the Silicon Valley mindset of being a part of the Velocity program, traveling with the equity and others to Silicon Valley. That's how they started. And then they have been a part of Y Combinator. So really like building a global first mindset, having a Swedish customer to start with, one of the biggest law firms that could really prove that they are something. And then they have just like continued, and they're growing really, really rapidly. So think big, don't be shy, go bold or go home kind of, and then try to secure as many customers as possible quickly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
B2B then. I mean, like, because we're looking at ARR, we're looking at subscription rates, and then all of a sudden we get into someone who's working much longer sales cycles. I mean, like selling enterprise sales for something that is more sort of harder to get into the core of the enterprise. If you have some great ideas, but it's more B2B or in physical and industrial AI.
Yeah, I mean, we have some really good example in Gothenburg, for example. We have mostly B2B customers close to the automotive industry. Some of them have done some really good work together with Volvo, which is like, you know, a global brand, and that took some time, but then they could go to Silicon Valley and through our network get the opportunity to get customers like Toyota's AI Lab. They got NVIDIA as a really big customer, one of the startups, because they are building the Omniverse platform. So I think going to Silicon Valley when you proved yourself with, in this case, the biggest brand in the world, which is a Swedish brand.
So it's the same. It's actually a good thing either way, B2B, B2C then.
B2C, I would say for you can build in Sweden, then you have to put so much effort into the marketing part. So you can go and take the real big money in Silicon Valley from investors if you're a B2C startup, and that is exciting. That is what we have seen with Lovable and others. But you just have to put so much time and effort into being smart when it comes to market yourself and grow as fast as possible, because time is of essence.
So timing is a really big thing here.
Yeah, and also building really good products, because otherwise you will never win.
Speaking about products, and you also mentioned enterprises and Volvo and Gothenburg and companies like that. And I think, as a startup, you can get into the enterprise world, because a startup can move faster and potentially, help them with some way. But I'd like to just flip that a bit and say, if you are an enterprise now, you're Volvo or something, and you're all feeling the FOMO, so to speak, that they are, trailing behind and some competitor will, move faster with AI, etc. But I think, sometimes they are so focused on products and miss out on actually the people that they have, the employees, and the business processes that they do have.
Yep.
So I think, sometimes an enterprise, they may have some nice products actually. Of course, they should be AI optimized as well, but they can do something with AI that the startup never could, which is actually to optimize their own, people, make them AI empowered, and also processes, and actually a very good use case as well. So what I'm trying to say is that AI shouldn't just be to improve and empower products. That's important, but for existing companies.
Yep, knowledge workers and
But
I agree.
Internal workflows, to remove internal friction is a massive thing, of course.
And then, I've studied so much about, how Tesla works and how they operate internally and how they use AI for a lot of their internal processes and for the people. And, I'm amazed how much they do. And I think any company that don't start to think that way not for the product, but just how they operate, internally, they will get left behind, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, coming back to Volvo as a good example, they had a really big performance at the CES conference last year, or this year actually in January, and they were the main keynote, and they talked about this transformation, where they went from having free strategic collaborations with software companies, and now they have 50. So they realized that it's not possible for them to build everything themselves, but they should use AI in a greater extent for everything.
Yes.
And collaborations is the way forward here, which is really important. And I agree with you. I mean, in big companies, they have a lot of domain knowledge, and in Sweden you can work for a company for 20 years, and that's not even weird. It's like how you do it. So to focus on your knowledge workers and to make them better at what they're doing is really an investment worth doing. Yeah. So, but in big companies, I believe in we are working a lot on this change management. How should you apply AI? How mass trainings, having internal champions in different groups. I've seen different strategies that worked at companies, and I don't have the answer, but I think that if the leadership really truly believe that this is the transformation they would like to go on, I think then it's when it's really going to happen.